The Big Mikan, Edo, the biggest city in the world. This is Tokyo, Japan, and
this is I travel for coffee. Yay!
My name is Mike, and I'm on a mission to find the best coffee that this world has to offer. From coffee roasters to coffee shops and everything in between, this is I Travel for Coffee. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Tokyo, Japan on this special I Travel for Coffee edition. We are going to be visiting 4 different coffee shops here in the city of Tokyo. The plan is to really break this up. I'm not gonna lie, when I first got to Tokyo, I had an idea in my mind of how this was gonna get filmed, and all of that got scrapped. This is the largest city in the world, and I think sometimes filming in smaller places makes me underestimate the actual size of places like Tokyo. This city is gigantic and sprawling. But the goal is to get 4 different coffee shops throughout Tokyo in different quadrants. And the way we plan on doing that is by breaking them up from the Royal Palace. The Royal Palace is in the middle of Tokyo. And we're gonna use that as almost like a bullseye. And we're gonna separate Tokyo into 4 sections. And we're going to choose a coffee shop in each one of those sections to promote here on I Travel for Coffee. So today I am in Asakusa, also known as Asakusa. Wish you would see it and read it probably on a map. This is in the northeast quadrant as far as the map of Tokyo goes. Really cool area, very historical. You get a little mix of old Japan and new Japan. So just roughly 30 years ago, Japan's culture for coffee was almost non-existent. It was all about tea, and it still is very much about tea. But coffee has inserted itself into everyday life here in Japan. And like most things that the Japanese do, they have taken this craft and they have made it amazing. The quality in the coffee here ranges. You could have everything from Nescafe to a very small mom and pop style coffee shop, which is a little more old fashioned, where you're just given a very small cup of coffee, all the way up to your big chain style latte cappuccino coffee shops. Now, what are they known for the most here in Japan, and primarily here in Tokyo and Kyoto? That's their pour over or a hand drip. Those are the 2 that they specialize in. They're really the country that kind of got that off and going, and now obviously a sensation all over the world. So one thing you need to know about Japan is they don't start serving coffee until around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So convenience stores become the spot where everybody goes to get their morning coffee fix. With that said, it gets really, really difficult to find a good, decent cup of coffee in the city of Tokyo. Now, there are a few that open a little bit earlier, but even most of the stalls in the markets are closed until usually around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. when they decide to open. It's just the culture of Japan, and it's something you got to get used to. You're gonna have to drink convenience store coffee from the 7-Eleven here in Japan, and trust me, it's not as bad as you think. You'll be able to see a video on that as well. So one thing that we will not be doing is doing all of this shooting in one day. I am going to break this up because these locations are so far apart from each other. After all, it's the biggest city in the world. Okay, we are heading to our first coffee shop here in Tokyo. This is Tabito Coffee. Really good pour over spot. Has great coffee from what I hear. This one hasn't been spoken about a whole lot. I think it is it's fairly a new kid on the block here in Tokyo with their 30-some thousand coffee shops. So I'm excited to try this one because it's the new kid on the block, and sounds like they're doing great things. And I'm going to take you with me. See you at Tabito Coffee here in Tokyo. Here at Tabito Coffee, and I have got a flight of coffees, all pour overs, all different, and this is super unique, but this is something they do all over the place in Tokyo. So we're gonna go in for some tastes, and I'm gonna let you know which one is which as we drink them. So this is a Columbia right off the bat, and this is supposed to have hints of like a pink bourbon type taste, flavors of cherry, green tree, grapefruit. Let's try it out. That is so good. The way the flavors pop in this, you can taste the grapefruit right off the bat. Really good. That is a delicious cup right there. So the second one that I got is a Tanzania. And this one's grown at some pretty high altitudes. So you're looking at like blood orange flavor and some red grape or American cherry. Those are the type of flavors that you're gonna have coming out of this Tanzania. So let's give it a go.
Are you gonna get a flight or?
It's so good. That is a. So if we go back to Gummy Sharks, whenever we were in Omaha, this tastes very similar to that, very fruity. It really comes to life in the cup. It is a delicious cup of coffee. So the next two are more premium cups of coffee where you actually pay a little bit more for. The first one is from China, which is hard to get your hands on to begin with. This one also is supposed to have a taste of peach in it. So let's see if the peach comes out in this. It absolutely does. It's like eating peach rings or having like a peach tea of some type. Really flavorful. That is a smooth, delicious cup of coffee. You pay more for this and it is well worth it. So next up we have a coffee from Colombia that is supposed to have a strawberry taste to it. So this one again is a more high level coffee that you end up paying a little bit more for. Let's see what it tastes like. Colombia. So that is a straight strawberry taste, and I mean You would think that you were drinking strawberry juice. That is how much strawberry is in that cup. So these are all top tier coffees, every one of them. My favorite out of them is the Columbia that actually tastes like strawberry. It tastes so much like strawberry. When the Japanese do pour overs, they bring out every possible flavor that is in that coffee. There is nowhere else that is it done like it is here in Japan. This is absolutely insanely good coffee. If you are anywhere in Tokyo, hop on the train, get over here, you've got to try this place. All right, so we are just leaving Tabito Coffee. I was saying it wrong when I was saying Tabito. It's actually pronounced Tabito Coffee. So yeah, that one's on me. But absolutely unbelievable. I wanted to head out. That is a very small place. Family came in, and there were other people trying to enjoy themselves in there. So as always, I opted to finish up the coffee, head out here, and tell you all about it. So as you saw, all pour overs. Different types of coffee from all over the world, every one of them being a little bit different. The one that stood out the most at Tabito Coffee was a Colombian that it was supposed to have a undertone of strawberry. Wow, did it ever. That one really popped out. I could not believe the taste that was in there. I also had one from China that was really, really good. And then the other one from Tanzania would probably be the follow-up for that as well. The art of pour over is amazing. If you really want to bring the flavors of coffee out, pour over is the way to go. It's what the Japanese do. It's where Hario came from. And as you know, it is one of my favorite styles of coffee. So I love the pour over experience, but Tabito Coffee, absolutely amazing. With that said, what do we think? What are we going to give Tabito Coffee today as far as a review? Well, it was absolutely sensational. There was absolutely no coffees that probably come close to that I have had as far as flavor profile and taste. Tabito Coffee, a 9.7. So a 9.7 for Tabito Coffee. Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to beat here in Tokyo because it was so good. But we have other places that are doing the same thing. The flavors of that were amazing, though. So with that said, we are going to wrap up filming of day one here in Tokyo. We still have 3 more awesome coffee destinations to check out. And I hope you stay tuned because you're gonna get there a lot quicker than I am. I'll see you in the next segment. See you, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of I Travel for Coffee. Today's goal is to knock out the other 3 coffee shops here in Tokyo. With that said, that is going to be a lot of rail travel. So we are going to try to do our best to get this all done today. Tokyo is, of course, a massive city, but we're going to give it a go. I spent last evening here in Shinjuku, and I'm making that my base for these next 3. So let's go find the train station, let's hop on, and let's head to our second coffee location here in Tokyo. So if you didn't know, Shinjuku Station here in Tokyo is the busiest train station in the entire world. There are lots and lots of people getting on and off of the train to get to various areas in Tokyo and beyond. It is an extremely busy train station. So along with being the most traffic-heavy train station in the world, it's also extremely confusing. Trying to find your way through the subway system here in Japan, they're basically cities underneath the ground. You have an entire other city right below you. So we're gonna do our best to find the train and hop on it and go where we need to go. Let's go. All right, we've made it onto the subway and we are going to make our way to the next stop. We're about 4 or 5 stops away as far as the train is considered, and then we're gonna get off and we're gonna go into an area that is outside of the city of Tokyo. It still is Tokyo, but it sits out of the tourist area that most people know. This is the only coffee shop we'll be visiting that's like that, but I think it's well worth it. See when we get there. All right, so from area Kushime Station, you go out the south exit. At that point, you want to make an immediate right and just head straight. Like I had said, this is not the tourist area of Tokyo. This is Tokyo suburbs, Tokyo proper. This is mostly residential and some shops. This is not somewhere where a lot of tourists go. There is a park up here that is somewhat popular. Other than that, there's really no reason to be here except for the coffee shop we're about to hit up. All right, so I jumped off the sidewalk and I went into Tetsugaku Park. This might be the only thing that people are actually coming into this area for, other than of course the coffee shop that we're about to show, but nobody knows about that until they watch this, and then, you know, this area is booming. Anyway, really cool little park here, and people do travel out of the way just to check this park out. It is really, really pretty. It is another green spot in Tokyo that is got some paved walkways, little boardwalks to go out onto the water. Very, very pretty area. Okay, so we just left that absolutely beautiful park and we are heading up to the corner here where our second I Travel for Coffee Tokyo coffee shop is located. This is Rau Creators Coffee. Let's check it out. Coffee, and we are about to go in for the first sip. This is the Rau blend, so this is his very own blend that he roasted in-house. We're gonna give it a go and see what we think. First sip. It's a delicious, delicious pour over. Exactly how you wanted to taste. Different beans in here. I know you said that there were Colombian and I believe Brazil. Very, very, very good cup of coffee. All right, so absolutely delicious cup of coffee here. The flavor is sensational. This place is awesome inside. A one-man show again. Really, really cool coffee shop. This thing is hip. There's leather chairs in here. There's a motorcycle. The floors are all wood. This is a cool place. If you are anywhere in Tokyo, leave the tourist area, come up here, have a cup of coffee and hang out for a while. This place is awesome. Okay, so we just left Rau Creators Coffee on the outskirts of Tokyo, and I will tell you, if you are anywhere in Tokyo, you need to check this place out. Did you see the inside of it? It was absolutely gorgeous in there. This is a hidden gem for sure when it comes to the coffee scene in Tokyo. So I couldn't talk a whole lot in there because there was loud jazz music playing in the background, which was awesome as well. But I was able to drink the coffee. I highly, highly enjoyed it. It was his own blend that he had roasted on site. So what do we give it? What do we give Rau Creators Coffee here in Tokyo, Japan? A 9 even. It is a 9. That is a great, great pour over and a great cup of coffee. Let's move on to the third location. All right, so we are heading to our third location, and this is going to be a long haul as we head to the southeast corner of the city of Tokyo. So we're about an hour away, taking numerous trains to get to this next coffee location. So let's take a journey. All right, we just hit up the 7-Eleven, got ourselves a train snack, and we are on our way to the next location. Let's hop the train, let's go. All right, we have made our way out of the Ginza station, and we are on our way to coffee shop number 3 here in Ginza. So this is probably one of the more renowned coffee shops in Tokyo. You can see it on many, many different Tokyo episodes dealing with coffee. This is going to be no different. It's a fantastic coffee roaster. They do amazing pour overs, and I'm excited to take you and show you the next stop here in Ginza. So Ginza is the high-end shopping district of Tokyo. A little more on the pricey side in this section of Tokyo. This is where you come whenever you want to hit up those really high-dollar shops that you might know. We are here because this is also home to Glitch Coffee Roasters. Glitch is renowned in Tokyo as possibly the best coffee roaster the entire city has to offer. They've been doing pour overs for a very long time, and they are very successful at doing it. We are only about a block away. We're gonna walk that direction right now, and when we get there, we're gonna order some coffee. Let's go check out Glitch here in Tokyo. We are at Glitch Coffee Roasters, and this is one of the prestigious roasters here in Tokyo. In fact, anytime you bring up coffee, this is the one that most everybody wants to talk about. There is one other one that we're not going to visit on this trip, but this one is extremely popular. So this is not cheap coffee. This actually will run you around 600 yen if you were to get a flight with 3 different types of coffee, which is what we did today. So what we chose, and they let you smell them all and go your own route with this, is a Colombian that has a bit of a cinnamon aftertaste, a Colombian that has a fruity aftertaste, and an Ecuador that is just a rich, mild roasted coffee. So we are going to dive into all 3 of these, taste them, and I'm going to let you know what we think. Let's do this. All right, so we are going to start with the fruity Colombian roast. This one is your more classic Colombian roast here in Tokyo. I'm blown away by all the different Colombian roasts that I've had here. This has been the best Colombian coffee experience that I've had anywhere I've been. They do it right, they source really well. Let's give this one a go. So right off the bat, the fruit just punches you right in the face. I mean, that is a slap. It is so fruity. It's just fruit forward, an amazing, amazing flavor. This is an awesome, awesome coffee. And here is a look at what we are dealing with here. And they give you those with every cup, as you saw at the Asakusa coffee shop that we visited first in the episode. Let's go into our second cup. This is very unique. This is a Colombian coffee that has been fermented with cinnamon. Yeah, fermented with cinnamon. So that's not something that you ever hear about. So this is going to be a really unique cup, fermented with cinnamon. Let's give it a go. That is wild. So that has a cinnamon taste, and it's not like an overpowering cinnamon. It's not like whenever you drink a cinnamon tea or something where the cinnamon is extremely strong. This is very mellow as far as cinnamon taste goes. It's just perfect. It really blends with the acidity of the coffee, and it just kind of balances it out. Really, really good. So last one up here is your La Josefina, which is an Ecuadorian coffee. So Ecuadorian coffees are oftentimes hard to find. You can see some. This is not one that you see very often. This is a rare coffee. All 3 of these were recommended by the barista. Let's give it a try. Again, a whole different taste than the other 2. This one actually has a little bit more of a almost fermented taste to it. This is a really interesting cup of coffee. Higher in acidity, just a little bit of a fermented taste to it. It's a good cup of coffee. This is one that if you like a light roast, this would probably be your go-to, because this is definitely a light roast coffee. So all 3 of these coffees are spectacular. And again, you really will pay for this. Now they do lattes and they do espresso drinks here. They don't just do pour overs, which some of these establishments do. This one actually mixes it up and they cover all grounds. Again, one of the most popular coffee shops in all of Tokyo. In fact, one of the most popular probably in all of Japan is right here. This is Glitch Coffee Roasters. Really good stuff. I'm going to drink the rest of these and we'll talk about it at the end. All right, so we have drank all 3 of the coffees, and wow, the flavors just continue to pop the more you drink that. And you can really see the differences whenever you're drinking these back to back to back. Where do we stand? What do we give Glitch? 9.1. This is a really good, amazing cup of coffee. 9.1. If you're anywhere in Tokyo, you'll see it on millions of videos out there. Anybody you talk to about the coffee in the Tokyo area is going to tell you that Glitch is the one that you should check out. We give it today a 9.1. Nice job, Glitch. You are an amazing coffee roaster. Let's move on to number 4. See you there. All right, so we are heading back to the Ginza station, and we're gonna hop on the train and we are gonna make our way south of Shibuya for the final coffee destination here in Tokyo. So far, it's been an awesome day. We have met some awesome people, so I'm really excited to keep that energy moving and head to Shibuya. So we have arrived here in Shibuya, famous for the Shibuya crossing, which is the largest and most used crosswalk in the world. It is also home to our 4th and final I Travel for Coffee Tokyo location. So let's take a little walk about 12 minutes south of Shibuya for our final location. Let's go. Shibuya is definitely one of the more happening parts of Tokyo, offering all kinds of restaurants and all types of shops. In fact, a lot of places here in Tokyo call Shibuya home. We are heading to our 4th coffee roaster here on the outskirts of Shibuya. So once we get a little closer, well, I'll be back on here. See you then. All right, so we have just rounded the corner and are about to hit our 4th and final coffee shop here in Tokyo, Japan, and that is Heartlight Coffee Roaster. So this one you don't hear a whole lot about, and I'm not sure why, but you should, because it's popular. Let's go see what Heartlight has to offer. All right, so Heartlight Coffee here in Tokyo, our fourth and final location. We went with a Panama coffee, and it was brewed by a man who absolutely loves what he is doing. Had the contraption that's actually spun around, as you saw as he was doing the pour over, so super cool. This place is really, really neat, right on the outskirts of Shibuya. Heartlight Coffee. Let's try out this Panama pour over and see what we think. Wow. Wow. Sometimes you have a sip of coffee that just leaves you without words, and this is one of those coffees. Extremely, extremely tasty. Really, really good. I'm gonna drink some more of this before I fully analyze what is happening in my taste buds. The flavor of that coffee is absolutely amazing. It has just the right amount of flavor coming out of it, and it's fruity but yet nutty at the same time. The taste fills your mouth. This is an amazing cup of coffee. And as you can see, he has a big roaster right back here. He tells you when he roasted it, how old are the beans, and he went through the whole gambit with me, told me everything I needed to know about the types of coffee that I was looking at and what he would recommend. And as a light roast coffee, this Panama is absolutely, hands down, one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. The roast is so good. It just it creates such a delicious, delicious flavor. This is an amazing cup of coffee. I can't say any more other than wow. We were at 3 amazing other coffee roasters here in Tokyo who all did amazing things, but I'm not sure any of them top this cup of coffee. This is really, really amazing, and knowing that he roasts these beans himself makes it even more of a great cup of coffee. A lot of times people will use other people's roasts, which we had on this, and you know, it comes out in the way that they make it. This is his own roast, so he did this himself. This is pure love in this cup of coffee. It's so good. Right, so what do we give this little hole in a wall Heartlight Coffee here in a back alley in Tokyo, right outside of Shibuya? This is a 9.8. This is one of the best coffees that you could ever have. Congratulations, Heartlight Coffee. You just won Tokyo Best Coffee. I Travel for Coffee crown goes to Heartlight Coffee. Great job. Amazing cup. No matter where you're at in Tokyo, you need to come here and you need to try this and you need to hang out. This place is awesome. It's got vinyls. It's listening to good music. Serving up amazing coffee. Couldn't ask for more. Awesome. All right, so we are just leaving Heartlight Coffee here in Shibuya in Tokyo. So that was an individual who absolutely loves what they are doing. Their passion is in the coffee, and you can feel that whenever he speaks to you and he tells you about the different coffees that he has roasted and the amount of love that went into serving those and exactly what each layer of coffee was supposed to do, whether it be a single origin or a blend or an espresso roast. He really, really knew what went best with what cup of coffee you wanted and what your palate would really like. So absolutely amazing. I've been blown away this entire time that I've been in Tokyo and in Japan. Just one amazing cup of coffee after another and after another. And more than anything, I think what I've loved the most is just getting to talk to the people here in Tokyo and everywhere else that I have filmed in Japan. They're all very welcoming. They love what they're doing. They have a passion for coffee. And for me, that's really awesome to see. I can't say enough good things about this country and the people who are here. Just unbelievable people in an unbelievable country. So I think it's very fitting that a place named Heartlight Coffee wins today, because that is exactly what the Japanese have shown me since I have been in their amazing country, and that is light from the heart. I really hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed taking you along with me, and if you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, follow along. I would like to continue doing this, and I would like to take you with me. So as always, coffee connects us. It brings us together. Sit down with somebody, have a cup of coffee, and just talk for a while. This is I Travel for Coffee. See you, everybody.